Yo, it's your boy Mark Dub. Man, what a great meeting. Daily check-in for day 301. 301, man. Wow, that's powerful. Today we were in the big book. We read the first part of Bill's story. I should say the first half. You know, it's one chapter. It's the first chapter of the book. Right after the doctor's opinion on page 1. And boy, man, the more I read Bill's story, the more things pop out. I can really identify with this guy a lot, man. And, just the fact that I was powerless over alcohol, and boy, does he show in his story how unmanageable his life became, and I can identify with that. There's a section in there, he said, I knew I just had to stop drinking. And then the very next paragraph, I got drunk. Alcohol was my master. Man, was it. And self-knowledge. I think the worst part of the self-knowledge is I knew I was an addict alcoholic, and I knew it was a problem. And I would say to myself, I would stop. I can stop. I know I can stop. I'll just do it later. Later never came, man. A couple of words that stuck out, like the old language, man. Was it Dogler? Dogler, I think it was. Dogler? I'm probably butchering it. It's old. It has to do with poetry, and yeah, I had to look it up. I brought this book with me today, and two reasons. One, it has a dictionary with all the old words in it in the back, which is great for me because I have to look these words up. And two, a brother in my room told me, every time you open your big book, you see all your notes and all your highlights. Maybe you should try looking at a brand new book without the notes and highlights to see if anything else pops out. And boy, was he right, man. I got to give credit where credit is due. Suggestions, man. The suggestions of my brothers in this room. The suggestions of the fellowships in other rooms. But today, what a day. What a day. I left work in a mood. And yeah, I get moody. I still feel feelings, and I still catch resentments. And I'm only human, and I know this is going to happen. But I can do a spot check, a 10th step real quick, right? And promptly admit when I'm wrong. But the good thing is I didn't act. What I had to say, I said to myself in my brain, right? And I didn't say it out loud, and I kept it to myself at work. Then I came to my meeting, and it all goes out the drain. It's like going to recess in elementary school. And, you're just hanging out with all the cool kids, and you're a cool kid, and everything's just fun, and y'all laughing. And I'm telling you, man, you get to the in-person meeting, at least my home group in-person meeting, you get there 30 minutes early, you're guaranteed to have a couple of laughs, man. And boy, did we laugh this morning. And then we read, and what I love about it is everyone reads a paragraph, and we pass it, we go around the room, and after that, we talk about it. We open up the room for shares, and people are identifying, and I'm hearing the voice of my higher power, who I choose to call God. See, one of my best ways of meditating and listening to God is to be in the rooms and listening, because I hear through other people's shares the message from God. I made a short just a little while ago, and this one is going to be with me for the rest of my life, and it's really going to remind me. See, I've learned the 4 P's, and I've learned them early in recovery. The 4 P's are you pause, you pray, you process, and you proceed. Now, I've learned this, and when I do it, I don't react, I respond. And then, recently I've been learning about, the first 4 thoughts, I'll call them, right? So the first thought is my disease. The second thought is my ego. The third thought is God. And the fourth thought is my higher self, right? So when I pause, it's because my disease is thinking, hey, man, let's go out and have this drink. And then I pray because my ego is like, yeah, don't worry, it's going to be fine this time. And I pray to God, and then that fourth thought, God comes in, and I process what God says. And then when I do those 3 and I process it, my higher self, the fourth thought, comes up with a thought, and that's when I process, right? I proceed, I pause, pray, process, and proceed. So first thought is my disease. Second thought is my ego. Third thought is God. And the fourth thought is my higher self. So when I think that first thought, and that's, when I pause, that's my disease. I got to pause. Because if I act on it, so it's only going to be bad. My second thought, I pray, because that's my ego telling me everything's going to be all right. My ego is not my ego. My ego will justify everything I do wrong. So I have to pray on that. Then the third thought, when I process everything, that's God. That's God, man, my higher power. And then I proceed, which would be my higher self, and I respond, I don't react. So if I couple these two and I always remember them, I'll have a better chance of pausing, praying, processing, proceeding, because I realize my first thought is my disease. My second thought is my ego. My third thought is God. And my fourth thought is my higher self, the one who's going to do what God wants him to do. Thy will not mine be done, right? Thy will be done. So I listen, right? And I put these two together, and hopefully it helps you like it helps me, because that the way I learn, like I learned the 4 P's and I try them, but now that I know the 4 thoughts and how they incorporate in my life, because I got a sick thinker up here, man. I got a built-in forgetter up here. I got to remember to trust my gut, the second brain, right? That intuition. So, back to Bill's story, man. Bill says, and I highlighted it in green because he was rocketed into the 4th dimension where he found a new happiness, a new joy, and a usefulness to serving others. And he gets stronger and stronger as time passes. I'm paraphrasing all of this, of course, because I'm driving right now and I can't reroute the book. But I have to agree with what Bill says. I'm on day 301, and happy, joyous, and free. Service to others, man. Trusting God, cleaning the house, and helping others. And I'm getting these promises, and they're accumulating over time. I had another brother in the room shared about the amends he made. And I often think about my amends, and I still got a lot more to do. But they'll be done in God's time. And I don't have a fear to make the amends like I did with the first few ones. Because, 1, fear, forgot everything's all right. But 2, when I make the amends, I have no expectations. Other than one expectation. And that's just to clean my side of the street by making the amends. I'm correcting the wrong. And I like to start my amends with a compliment. Compliment the person. Tell them the wrongs I've done and how I'm going to correct these wrongs. And then I open it up and to ask them if there's anything else you felt I did wrong that I have not talked about. And I give them the microphone and I don't say shit. As much as I want to rebuttal and say something, because I still got that self-centeredness, that self-knowledge, that self-pity. I can justify my ego. Why did you do this? I did this because you did this. I did this because you did that, right? But I just shut up. I give you the microphone, and I close the zipper so nothing can come out when I'm talking like this, right? I have nothing to say. I got a lot to say, but I don't say it, right? Because it's not my time to say it. It's for you to get everything that you felt I did wrong off your chest. And a wrong is a fact. So I have to correct that wrong. And that takes action. So I'm almost at 9 minutes. I don't want to keep these too long anymore because, it's all about me just doing daily check-ins, feeling good. This will help me get home, decompress, and sleep. So if nobody told you this today, let me be the first one to tell you. I love every single one of you because the rules of my recovery taught me to love myself. And that's truly a blessing, man. If nobody told you, man, you deserve to be loved. You are loved. If you don't think you have a reason to be here, you do. There's a purpose for you, my man, my woman, my kings, my queens. There's a purpose for you. You might not know what it is right now, but trust the process. Get yourself a sponsor, work the steps, and everything's going to turn out all right as long as you are rigorously honest, and you are fearless and thorough, and you work these steps with a we. A we is somebody else. Take the me and turn the M upside down and get we. With that being said, now I'm really out, all right? Peace.